What the hell was I talking about? I forgot. What's up, YouTube? I'm here to talk about the Global Citizen Festival. Global Citizen is a non-profit that focuses on helping people around the world, particularly women and children. This year they were focusing on education, refugees, sanitation, food, nutrition, stuff like that. And this year I actually ended up working for them. What the fuck? This year I actually ended up working for them for I was a global rewards and social media representative. And let me just say, I had so much fun working there. It was such a great environment to be in. Everyone was really nice. The office was dope. There was like dogs and stuff always in there. It was really fun. But what you have to do to get tickets for this concert, you basically have to do like tweets, a little bit of Instagram, photos, videos, refer 5 friends, sign a few petitions. It's really easy stuff to get free festival tickets. I don't see why people don't do it every year. It's pretty easy actually, and now it's even easier because they have an app, so you can do things through the app for the next few concerts. They have a few concerts that they do throughout the year. The festival just happens to be the biggest one, the only one that people know about. Well, I can't say that. The only one that most people on social media know about that aren't already connected to Global Citizen. They have multiple shows and festivals that they do year round. So if I were you, I would stay in touch with Global Citizen. You never know who's going to do a show for them. You never know. So this year's festival, I didn't have to work it. I got a regular ticket like everyone else. The entrance that I used was the West 72nd entrance. I got there around 10:30. The line was long as hell. When I got there, I was on 66th Street, I think. And the start of the line was on 72nd. And, you know, I'm happy I'm in a great spot online. I'm, you know, like listening to everyone's conversations. I'm on my phone, whatever. And something in me is just like, check your pockets. I'm like, check my pockets. I'm like, why do I need to check my pockets? So I'm filling my pockets and I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. Where's my ticket? Where's my ticket? Did I leave my ticket? Did I leave my ticket in the hotel? You guys, I work for Global Citizen, and for weeks I've been emailing people telling them you have to print out your ticket. You can't scan at the door. It has to be in hand on a sheet of paper. I left my damn ticket. My hotel was on 56, I think. So I'm 10 blocks away from my hotel. 1 stop away on the train. But where I'm standing is such a bomb spot. Like, I want to be as close as I possibly can. I wasn't pressed to be in the front. I wasn't really pressed to be in the front. I wanted to be right behind VIP because that was the second section behind the front. So I'm like freaking the fuck out. Like freaking out on the inside, but I'm trying to be like chill on the outside. And it's so embarrassing because I'm like, should I ask these girls if they can hold my spot while I go either catch a train or hop in an Uber or a cab up the street, well, up 10 streets to get my tickets? And I'm just like, no, I can't do it. Like, I can't do it. It's embarrassing. I don't want to be like, you know, like, this is really awkward. I work here and I should know better. So now I'm like, okay, who at my job can I email? Who should I talk to? But then I'm like, the service in the park. We had a whole meeting at work about how the service in the park is horrible. Text messages, emails. None of that stuff is gonna work, so you need to use like the little walkie-talkies that they have in the park. I'm like, I'm not working. I don't have a walkie-talkie. So I'm like, there's no one I can contact. But I know that they don't turn people away at the door. They will not turn you away at the Global Citizen door. So, long story short, I ended up convincing one of my Twitter homies, Shanice, thank God for Shanice, to come, because she wasn't going to come. She didn't want to go by herself. She didn't know I was going by myself. And I convinced her. I was like, girl, just come on. Like, the gates open at 12. As long as you can get here before 1, because I don't think I'm going to get to the front by 1. So, I'm like freaking, like when I say I'm freaking out, like nervous. Like, I've never been more nervous in my life. So, around 11:49, I want to say, or maybe it was like 11:50. 11:50, they started moving the line up. So I'm like, oh shit. I went from 66th Street to 68th Street, and now I'm freaking out. I'm like, where's Shanice? Where's Shanice? I'm like praying, like, Shanice, please, please. So 11:59 comes around, and I'm like, I know they're not gonna open on time. Maybe they'll like have us wait a little bit longer, you know, like maybe the gates will open at 2 like they said they were gonna do. No, girl, this was not a Black people event. Okay, they were on time and on point and on schedule. Okay, 11:59 came, that gate opened, they sent everybody through. When I tell you, between what, 5 minutes, maybe even less than 5 minutes, I got from where I was standing on 68th to the front of 72nd. And I mean, it was just going. The line was going. Like, and I had to stand off to the side because I'm like, I have no ticket. So now I'm sitting here, I'm like looking around, just looking at everybody walk past me, run past me. I'm like pretending to be on the phone, like, where are you at? Da, da, da. Like pretending like I'm talking to somebody. I ain't talking to nobody. So probably like 12, I want to say she showed up maybe like 12:30. Shanice got there 12:30, 12:40, I think. I'm really not sure. I think that's what time she showed up. So she got there, this nice guard, he let me like he let me stand on the side and then like jump back in line. So by the time Shanice got there, the line had gotten so long that the movements completely stopped, and the line was just there. Like, they went from like running clear through and like everything going fast and working to like nothing. So now me and Shanice standing in this line. I mean, y'all, first of all, the entrance into the park is so fucking long. Like, it took us so long to get from 72nd Street to where the goddamn venue was. Like, so long. Like, the walk, it was the longest walkway in my life. Like, I've never experienced anything like that. Ever. So we're walking up this long walkway. We get to the bagging section, because you're not supposed to have a big bag. They let you bring whatever you want in, basically. And you can, they hardly even check the bag. Hardly. You go through the bag check, and then you go through the metal detectors, and you get patted down, and you get wand down. Like, I mean, security is on point. I mean, there's cops everywhere. I swear to God, the whole NYPD had to be there. Like, bruh, they had the counterterrorism squad there. The dogs were walking around all day, sniffing everything. They were pretty legit as far as security goes. So that wasn't like anything to be worried about. So we get inside the park, and they have us in like pins is what they're called. They're called pins. So the pin that I ended up walking into was the pin that was directly for the very front of the stage. So I'm standing there waiting for Shanice because I didn't have a bag. So I'm sitting there waiting for Shanice, and I see them close off the gate like, this pin is full, no one else can come through here. And I'm like, oh shit, where's Shanice? So now she calls me, and she's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm standing in pin 1, where are you? I see her, and I'm like, all right, no, we gotta figure out how to get out. Like, I get out of the pin that I'm in, only to find out that the pin that they were heading her towards was the one that I wanted to be in, right behind VIP. Y'all. Glory to God. I was so happy. Like, I was so happy because that's exactly where I wanted to be. So we get there, it's clear, empty. We get right in the front. We're right at the barricade, right behind the VIP. Perfect setting. The only thing that I wish I had known before choosing that that's where I wanted to stand was that there was going to be a big ass crate of the cameraman right center in the middle. So I mean, we could see if the celebrities came from, like, if they were on one side of the stage or was on the other side of the stage, we could see them. But from the middle, we couldn't see jack. Like, I couldn't see anything. I had to focus on the screens, which, by the way, the sun was out during the beginning. Screens were pointless. The screens were pointless. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see anything but a glare of the sun. So Chelsea Handler and Hugh Jackman came out, started talking, like, amping the crowd up, counting us down. I go to get something to eat, and the only thing they have for people that aren't in VIP are, like, cold lunch sandwiches and, like, chips, and it wasn't good. It wasn't good. Like, I saw people in VIP walking around with, like, fries and Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, chicken sandwiches. I'm like, well, damn. Like, I mean, I know we ain't VIP, but what we get? Turkey sandwiches? Chicken Caesar salad sandwiches? Like, I don't want that. Like, I want something hot. But whatever. I digress. The people were being vultures. Okay? They were trying to, like, walk all up over us in, like, the little spaces between, like, everybody's legs be touching together, because we're sitting on the floor. It's fucking 3:30. The festival doesn't start for another 30 minutes. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Pipe down. Everyone relax. Sit the fuck down. There was a few arguments that were started because people wanted to come and put their ass in people's faces. Some guy tried to put his penis on Shanice's head. Like, come on, like, what you doing? What are you doing? We're sitting here and you see us sitting here and we're not gonna move. So stop. Whatever. So the show starts and we all stand up. I mean, we were standing from 4 p.m. to, like, 11, thanks to Rihanna being late. Love you dearly, but you gotta stop that shit. You gotta stop it. Anyways, show starts. There's tons of speakers. People are talking, yada, yada, yada. The performances start almost right away. The first performance was Major Lazer. I love them. They had everybody, like, pretty hype. Oh, sorry, my ear. They had everybody pretty hype. They brought out Ellie Goulding and the girl that sings Lean On. I don't know who that is, but she was really out of breath. Ellie Goulding totally ruined my favorite Major Lazer song. Totally butchered Powerful because she was so boring. Ugh. I didn't know she was that boring on stage. Like, Jesus Christ. So then Demi Lovato comes out. Y'all. See, I'm not a Demi girl. I'm more of a Miley girl. Sometimes, depending on the song, I'm a Selena girl. But the only Demi song I knew was Cool for the Summer. And, is it Confidence? Is that song? Confident? Or something like that. Those are the only songs I know about Demi, from Demi Lovato. But she came out looking amazing. Like, amazing. She looked so good. And she could sing her ass. I mean, she was singing. Like, I need to get the set list from her performance because there was one song at the end. Woo! Baby. Them pipes, though. Mama could sing. So that was great. Who else came out during that? There was a lot of talking. There was a lot of celebrities. Salma Hayek was one of the people that was there. Parinka. Ooh, I hope I did not butcher her name. But the pretty girl from Quantico, the leading lady. She was like the co-host, the main host of the day. I think we saw her more than we saw Chelsea Handler, and she was supposed to be like the host. Whatever. So then Usher came out and sung the song that he has called Champions. She said, Pranka said something about Champions, and everyone was like, Kanye West is coming out. I'm like, no the fuck he's not coming out. Like, why would he come out? Why? There was like these two boys that were just so out of it. Like, I've never been around people that were so out of it in my life. Like, they talking about Kanye West is coming out, and then they call Chris Martin this EDM guy. They're like, I don't know who Chris Martin is. Who's Chris Martin? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, Chris Martin is the lead singer at Coldplay. And then they were talking about the worldwide international like singer or something like that, about Yandel, because Yandel came out. So they're introducing him, and they're like, oh, Pitbull. And we're like, Pitbull is number one, he's from Miami, and number two, he's Cuban, not Puerto Rican. Festivals, they're just not for me. They're just not for me. I can't be around stupid people. But Yandel bought out Becky G. Becky G is the girl that I know from Disney Channel and from Empire. I feel like every time I see her, she's lip singing. I don't think I've heard her sing one live note vocally. Don't know her, don't use her, not sure about her. Next on the list was Metallica. Most of the, because I don't want to sound racist, I don't want to sound. Most of the Caucasian crowd that was there were there for Metallica. Just gonna say it. I mean, the excitement was insane for Metallica. They were going crazy for Metallica. Like, and I'm just sitting there like, I ain't never heard none of these songs in my entire life. And this, I mean, I know rock. I listen to rock music, you know, old school rock music, you know, but I just, like, I know Kiss songs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, they're old too. But Metallica, I don't know shit about Metallica. I don't know anything from Metallica. I've never heard a Metallica song until that day. So, and the same boys that were talking behind me were like, every time a Metallica song came out, they were like, oh, everyone knows this song. And I'm like, do they? Do they really? Okay, all the people in VIP, most of the people in VIP in front of us were only there for Metallica, and as soon as Metallica came and went, these same people came with Metallica and went with them. So VIP was, at least the global VIP section was damn near empty by the time Metallica left. The capacity for the park was at 60,000. I don't know why they kept saying there was 70,000 people there, because there were hardly even 60,000 people there. Once Metallica dipped, I'm telling you, they took most of the crowd with them. So Metallica came and went. I was unmoved. There was a lot of random performances in between. There was like a boys choir from Nigeria, I think. They were really good. And some few other people that I don't even know. I know Chris Martin performed a few times. He performed once with a old school rocker that I don't remember his name. I feel so bad. And then he performed, they asked him to come out again for Rihanna because Rihanna wasn't ready yet. So they had to have him stall. And he sung Raspberry Beret by Prince and then ended up freestyling about Rihanna. And I thought that was so cute. It was really, really dope. But yeah, so after Metallica, Ellie Goulding came out and performed a few songs. She is so damn boring. Wow, oh wow. I mean, she took all of her exciting songs and made them slow, dragged out acoustic songs, and they were horrible. Like, it was horrible. Like I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's like stage presence that she's missing. Like, I don't know what it is, but like, even Adele can sit on her behind and sing all these ballads and be so entertaining. Beyonce can do it. Rihanna can do it. Like, you know, like these people, they can sit there and they can sing a ballad, or they can stand there and sing a ballad and be so entertaining. But Ellie Goulding was so boring. My God, she was so boring. And she just paced back and forth on the stage, like no excitement in her face, nothing. Like at one point, like a cop turned around to us and was like, who is this on stage singing? And I was like, you know what? You are right. You are absolutely correct. Because who the hell is this? This is not Ellie Goulding. It's not. This is like, it's not. This is a robot clone. This is somebody that is not her, because this shit is horrible. It's horrible. I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't. Next. I was over it. So the next person was Kendrick Lamar. Y'all, I did not know I knew so many Kendrick Lamar songs. I mean, from the opening song to the closing song, I was going off. Like, I was going off. Like, I knew the words. I was singing it. Like, I was dead. Like, I was getting my life. Kendrick Lamar is really, really, really good on stage. And it's so crazy to see him now, because when I went to Hampton University my freshman year, what was that, like five or 6 years ago, I think? 5 years ago, I think. He did the homecoming, and I remember everybody like loving him, and like the crowd being like so into him, and I remember him being good, but I really knew like one song, I think. And he just, the growth is crazy, the musical growth, the presence on stage. Kendrick Lamar, incredible. Like, he was amazing on stage, and I couldn't believe that he was performing the songs like we were performing in front of the crowd and on NBC. Was it taped for NBC? MSNBC, I think. I mean, it was all kind of M-bombs. I mean, you know, being dropped, you know. I mean, his last song on the stage when he walked off that was playing was Every Nigga Is a Star. And me and the black people in my section were singing it very loudly, very obnoxiously. We were saying nigga with every, you know, everything in our soul. Like, I mean, and you know, the hate po-po part came, and even with all the cops standing in front of us, you were still shouting that part very loudly. Even though Kendrick didn't really want to say that part, we said it for him. So, and this is when Chris Martin came out to, you know, do whatever. Every time they were like, do you guys want to hear this? Do you guys want to do this? This person's coming out. That person's coming out. I was like, you know what? They're stalling, because all this extra stuff that's happening was not on the list for itinerary. All these random people that are coming, they're saying someone's coming out, but a complete different person comes out. Like, I was like, something's not right. So then Chris Martin came out and he was like, they wanted me to butter you guys up because Rihanna is not ready yet. And I was like, I knew it. Something was not right. I'm like, this girl is supposed to go on. The show was supposed to end at 10, not 11, Rihanna. So she finally comes on. After all these hours of waiting, we were so excited. It was a little bit like the anti-tour, but not really like it. The set list had changed because she couldn't come in on her little skywalking thing. She still did stay. I don't really remember the whole set list. I just know that she came out looking bomb. She came out looking amazing. She sounded amazing. The section that it was in was kind of trash as far as like Rihanna fans go. A lot of them were just standing there. Like, one girl came and stood next to me, didn't do anything the whole time she was on stage, and sang, was looking at me side-eye, looking at me crazy because I was dancing and doing all the choreography and singing all the ad-libs and getting my life like I'm supposed to be doing at a festival where Rihanna's performing. She came, she taped work, didn't sing anything during work, taped work, walked right back to the back. I was like, girl, you came here for work. You came here for that one ass song. You could have took your ass to YouTube or something. You couldn't even stream from home if that was the case. What was the point of you even comment? Like, really? Anyway. So that happened. It was amazing. I think her show at Made in America was by far way better than this one. It was just way better. I don't know if it was because it was like tour anti, but everything about Made in America was miles better than this performance. Yeah, it was just a better crowd. That's what, even though the crowd at Made in America wasn't all that, but it was a better crowd. And I don't think it had to do with me being in the front, because when I was at Made in America, I wasn't necessarily around the hypest group of people, but we were in the front. And it's the same thing for this festival, except we were like behind the front section, and it was still like, so I don't know, festivals just don't seem to be the thing for me. I'm happy that I finally got a chance to do them, at least 2 of them. I would love to do Coachella, but I just can't. I just can't. Like, I'm not about the pushing and all of that shit. Like, I'm just not about it. And I feel like once it comes to really big celebrities that do Coachella, that's how it is. Like, nobody is like all the way in the back, like running around and dancing with their friends in the back. It's kind of just like pushing and shoving, and I'm not interested in that because it's really not that deep for me. Like, I'm sure this musician is gonna have other shows outside of this fucking festival, so you need to calm down. But yeah, it was cool. Getting out was, as usual, way faster than going in. It was way faster getting out. However, they had closed the train stations by us, and we ended up having to take the bus, and then someone got into like some thing on the bus. Someone stole something, so he called the cops, and when you call the cops on a transit bus, they can't move from that location from where the cops, the phone call was made. So the bus driver couldn't move the bus anymore because the person had called the cops and told the cops where we were. So we had to get off, we had to go chase another bus, which is crazy. And then me and Shanice ended up going to get like 99-cent pizza. I don't know how the fuck we found this place around the corner from a hotel. We got like free cake. Well, Shanice got me free cakes and like pastries. This guy was walking towards us with his friends, and he had like all this bakery stuff. He was like, "Do you guys want this?" I was like, no, because 1, I am a New Yorker and I know I don't take shit from strangers, and 2, I damn sure ain't about to take no food from no stranger. But Shanice was like, yeah, it's her birthday, she wants it. And I'm like, thanks, Shanice. Thanks. Now if we fucking die, it's your fault. But it turned out to be really, really good. So that was how I spent my last day of being a 23-year-old. That was my last day of 23-year-old. My last doing anything will be connected to Rihanna at 23. How ironic is that? But the festival was great. If anyone would like to go next year, if it's a good lineup, I would suggest going. This lineup, honestly, compared to the past lineups, was trash. Like, outside of Rihanna and Kendrick Lamar, the lineup was horrible. The lineup was pretty horrible compared to having Beyonce and Coldplay. Really? Seriously? Stevie Wonder and Alicia Keys? Really? Like, so, yeah. That's how I felt about this festival. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you share this video. Love you guys, and I will see you next Friday. Peace.